I look down and my pinky toe is hanging off. Chase is a bitch. I mean, that'll probably never happen because he likes to run. And then it got to the point where this guy inboxes me telling me his bank account. Like, dude, I don't need to see that. Who have you beat?
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm with Soto. Thank you for joining me, sir.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
I know about your career. I know about the glory, everything, the things you have achieved in your career. But for the people that don't know, could you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Soto. Um, I'm really a striker. Now, currently, I'm an MMA coach. Currently, I have a few UFC fighters. My background started off in Taekwondo. I probably have like maybe 200 matches in Taekwondo. I won the U.S. Open, Junior Olympics. I placed silver medal at the Pan American Games. The list goes on. I couldn't even remember most of them. In Taekwondo, I've competed all over the world. I switched to American Point Karate, which kind of transitioned over to kickboxing, and then I went kind of repeated myself backwards, and then moved back, and then started doing Muay Thai, where I became a professional champion, WBC champion, ISKA champion, and a tournament champion in kickboxing. IKKC world champion, WKL world champion, WCK world champion. Maybe I missed a few too, but like I said, dude, I started competing from 13 and retired at 40. So 44 professional fights, over 300 amateur fights. Now, like I said, I'm coaching and spreading my knowledge to my team.
Your son is competing also.
Yes, he is. Actually, he's competing today. We're in Mexico for the Latin American prospect promotion. So he's actually dropped down to 145 to pick up a new title. I think after this, we're probably going to shelve him for a little bit and let him focus a little bit more on his wrestling and grappling.
What do you have to say about his future in the sport?
Oh, his future in this sport is limitless. He has, I'm sure you probably know, we have an incredible team behind us. We're, I own West Coast Combat Center in the San Fernando Valley. I also am the striking coach for the academy in Gilroy with Daniel Cormier and a list of other coaches we have. My son has been there for about a year. So along with my striking and under the tutelage of Daniel Cormier, I mean, the kid can do anything.
How has it been like being part of the team Cormier?
It's been an adventure, I'll tell you that much. But we get along so great. It's our team is more like a family. Of course we have some guys in there that, want to do their own thing, but they're respectable to the coaches and they're learning new stuff. So of course when you learn new things, it gets kind of frustrating at times. But, everybody's enjoying the process. Everybody. So we have a very strong team. We have world champions in jiu-jitsu. We have wrestling champions. Like I said, I'm a world champion in striking. My son is as well. We have a very solid team. And for us to only be around for about a year, I think we have maybe 5 fighters in the UFC already.
So I understand that this is probably a question you received a lot. The ISKA, the ISKK, or I forgot what the organization is called.
ISKA?
Yeah, Andrew Tate won that one. Is that legit or like?
No, it's legit. I have a world title from them as well.
Yeah.
It's legit. The thing with ISKA is that they have so many different genres of fighting. Yeah. You can be a exhibition forms champion with ISKA. You can be an American Point Karate champion with ISKA. I mean, ISKA sanctions. They sanctioned when Bellator did their kickboxing, and they also sanctioned Glory Kickboxing. So I mean, it's a huge organization.
But he's legit.
I don't know. I don't know too much about that guy. I
Yeah.
mean, he did get his ass whooped by Chase Demore, and I don't know if you know anything about Chase Demore, but me and him have had a lot of history going back and forth on social media. So,
With Chase Demore, what's been
we,
going on with you guys?
oh man, you know what? I really don't remember how it started. It was like maybe 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and we just kind of. I think maybe I said something on his post where he threw like that crazy overhand and kind of looked like, and he responded. And then he got in my inboxes and we went back and forth for a little bit. He sent me some messages and then he asked to fight me. He sent me his manager's number, told me to get a contract ready. I contacted his manager. Nothing ever happened. And then next thing I know, he's fighting Andrew Tate. And I get it. Andrew Tate's a big money fight. And me, I'm very dangerous. I'm a dangerous man. So I probably would have taken that fight too.
Your son would fuck him up in kickboxing, though, you know?
Oh, for sure, for sure. My son will fuck him up in boxing. That
Yeah.
guy's he's just a big athletic dude, no skill, but he's big and athletic, so it gets him by through with his athleticism.
What got you in the sport?
Honestly, my mom enrolled me in martial arts when I was young. We came from a pretty bad neighborhood. We weren't in like the best neighborhood, and I'm mixed. My father is Puerto Rican, and my mother's an African American woman. Uh, so my mom said, you might have some issues fitting in with certain crowds.
Yeah.
I'm 44 right now. There wasn't a whole lot of mixture in our area. Now you see it all the time. So she put me in martial arts to so I could learn to defend myself. And we who would have known that I win my first championship at 13, and then I'd be a three-time national champion by 15.
Uh, what's the craziest story you have? Like, I mean, you've competed everywhere. What's the craziest story? It doesn't have to be during a fight, like outside a fight. What's the
Oh man, that's probably something we'd have to talk about often.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. What you can say all the time.
Man, I've had so many experiences. The craziest one, oh, man.
Don't say it if it's bad, if it's gonna get you in trouble.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I can say without getting any. I mean, I had a pretty crazy story just like 3 weeks ago. Um, yeah, but that man, I've had so many stories. I really don't know if I should even talk about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've had some pretty wild times, some pretty good times. But I do have one particular story. Um, it's not that bad. When I was training for my WBC title, I moved my training camp to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
So I wanted to, kind of experience how Puerto Ricans box because in California, we're in a Mexican dominant area. My style is pretty much like Mexican boxing. So I wanted to learn a kind of different style. So I went to Puerto Rico. My uncle, who was actually the mayor of Rincon in Puerto Rico, set up a whole training camp for me. So I went out there and I boxed. He took me to a gym, and the first day in training camp, I'm not a local. I'm
yeah.
from the U.S. So the guys kind of try to run me down a little bit, and trained me super hard. I was there for Muay Thai, mind you, but the guys are trying to take me down and take me down like, dude, and nobody's saying nothing. They're just kind of letting this stuff happen. So of course I do my thing. I give these guys some great work and kind of pulverize a few guys. And I look down and my pinky toe is hanging off. So I don't know if somebody tried to grab me and rip my toe while I was on the cage and kind of ripped it. Like literally the toe was like hanging, like hanging off like this.
Like John Jones.
Worse, way worse, way worse, way worse. So we went to the hospital, dude. It was a mess. The hospital. First off, the lady just took alcohol. I have an open wound like this.
Yeah.
She pours alcohol in my foot, and dude, it was ridiculous. And she's laughing at me while this whole situation's going on. And then to top it off, she broke 6 needles reattaching my toe because I had to have, I think, 8 stitches in the little crevice of my pinky toe, which is hanging off. So this was the first day of training in Puerto Rico, and mind you, I'm 5 weeks out from my fight. So I trained sitting down in a chair just like this for like 3 weeks before I was able to stand. And when I got back to the States, like maybe 3 days before my fight, I had an open workout at an Odd Fellows Lodge. I'm a member of the Odd Fellows, which is kind of like a Masonic group as well, and I'm also a member of the Mason group as well. I did my open workout, kind of hurt my toe again. So the day of the fight, I try to put like a little Band-Aid around it, and I'm walking out, and the commission picks it up. It's like, hey man, you got to take that Band-Aid off. So I'm like, oh shit, fuck it. If my toe falls off during the fight, then it's just going to fall off. It's not going to stop. So I went out there, I did my thing. We went all 5 rounds. I completely dominated. I think I dropped the guy like 5 times, and he was the former. He
Which
was the
fight was
former.
this?
I'm sorry.
Which fight was this?
This was for the WBC title
Against who?
against Justin Garowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a former WBC champ. He vacated the title to go to another organization, and then when he came back, the title was up for grabs. So I ended up fighting him for it and completely dominated that fight. Dropped him like 5 times, and then that was kind of the start of my reign for a little bit. I finished all my next 4 opponents, and I started getting kind of arrogant and started calling out what I'm going to knock him out with or how I'm going to finish it. And then I stopped fighting like maybe 4 fights after that, maybe like 3 years after that. I stopped fighting to focus more on my son and my gym. And then by the graces of God, DC hit us up. Well, I've known DC for some years, but he hit me up and was like, yo, stop bullshitting and send your son up here. And that's what we did. And now we're here, and he's 17, and he's making a very big name for himself in the martial arts world as well as the MMA world.
So what happened after the fight? What happened to your pinky toe after the fight?
Dude, my pinky toe was okay.
Oh,
but you know what, dude? What was crazy? When my uncle came down here for the fight, he was supposed to come with my cousin. He was saying, oh, your cousin's not going to come, his son, because his daughter's sick. So he fucking came down here with COVID. So I ended up catching COVID, and I fought with COVID. So after that fight, I was deathly sick I stayed in bed for 6 weeks. I was horribly sick, dude. I almost died.
You won with the pinky. You literally dismantled him even with the broken pinky toe. With
a torn pinky toe and COVID.
Damn, that's crazy.
And that was 2000, I think 2000, the beginning of 2021. Remember when we had that? That was right when things started to open up again. And, COVID was still kind of scary, and it was wild.
So what's next for you? You're not fighting anymore?
And it's funny you say that. I don't think I'm going to fight, but I would love to get one more. And I tell people all the time, I didn't get a chance to retire like I really wanted to retire.
Yeah.
Because my son started fighting a lot. So he would fight Friday, I would fight Saturday, he would fight Saturday, I would fight next Saturday. And the nerves leading up to his fight were way worse than my own nerves for me and my fights. So I had to take time to start training him, and also corner him and coach him. So I'm freaking. I know how this fight game is. It's not pretty. It's not fun. It's not. It's not forgiving. So I would be out there like freaking sweating balls, getting ready for my son to fight. After he fights, I can take a breath. But now I have to deal with myself and my own nerves for my fight. So I didn't really get a chance to retire, like leave the gloves in the ring and announce my retirement. But like every fight for like maybe like 4 fights, when they say, "So what's next for you, Jermaine?" I say, "You know what? I think this might be my last one. We'll see." And the next one, "I think this will be my last one. We'll see." And then the final one, they said, "Jermaine, you keep talking about retirement." And I said, "You know what? I keep saying that, and I keep coming back. So you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen." And that was actually my last time saying that I might come back, but all the other times I said I probably won't. And the last time when I said I might come back was the last time I didn't come back. So I would like to retire, in a good fashion. But I mean, if I'm coming out of retirement, I got to get Buakaw or somebody like that, And I mean, I would like that personally. That would be something that I would be really interested in doing. We're about the same age. He's, you know, got a lot of miles on his body as well, And we could do that in Thailand, however you want to do it.
But we're Chase the Boar.
Chase is a bitch. I mean, that'll probably never happen because he likes to run, and then it got to the point where this guy inboxes me, telling me his bank account. Like, dude, I don't need to see that. Who have you beat? What's going on with you? So that guy is a like I said.
You know what's crazy? He
What's
was
up?
when Andrew Tate was telling him you gotta act nice or you're not getting the job anymore. He started acting so nice to him, like immediately, because he knew that if he wasn't like acting nice towards Andrew Tate, that he wouldn't be fighting anymore. He completely switched up.
Exactly. Andrew Tate bought the organization,
Yeah,
and he jumped right in. He didn't give himself a tune-up fight, and he decided to fight for the championship. Chase, as much as I don't like the guy, I give credit where credit's due.
yeah.
He's huge. He's like 6'5", 260 pounds, something like that. And he's an athlete. He's athletic, you know? So I think Andrew needed a tune-up fight, but I think he's got a fight coming up or something, right?
Andrew Tate.
I think he does. I think he's doing the Misfits thing again. Maybe. He might not.
I don't follow the Misfits that much. I only follow like Glory and then UFC.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Glory, but anyways, last question.
Sure.
What's the prediction for tonight?
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, we're walking away with the new belt, baby, for damn sure.
What round?
We've been. I know the kid that he's fighting. He's not a kid. My
Yeah.
son is 17. The guy he's fighting is 22. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
So, my son, he's been working diligently at the academy. He's been working at our gym. We have a guy, Tommy Gant, that's fighting May 16th. That's been like his number one guy right now. So he's been working on his wrestling. He's been working a lot with his jiu-jitsu coach back in LA. He can do whatever he wants. I train him to the point where I shouldn't have to be doing coaching. Whatever happens, he's prepared for any situation. But obviously, we're strikers. So I expect him to keep it on his feet and beat the shit out of that guy and make him quit.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been a pleasure.